morning, it's Saturday, 6th of August 2016. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.ardavaneng.com. Let's now look at the paper highlights from today's newspapers. The main highlight in Daily News says, General Secretary to crack the whip on party rebels. Sri Lanka Freedom Party Chairman President Maithripala Sirisena along with the party Central Committee has unanimously decided to empower the General Secretary to take disciplinary action against any member who is found to have defied party orders. Another highlight says, SLFP's anniversary in Kurunegala. The Sri Lanka Freedom Party will celebrate its 65th anniversary in Kurunegala on September 4th. As September 2nd is a weekday, United People's Freedom Alliance General Secretary, Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Development Minister Mahinda Amaraveera said. The highlight in the middle says, plans to build fisheries harbour in Kirimalai. Amaraveera denies Vigneshwaran's allegations. Fisheries and Aquatic Resources Development Minister Mahinda Amaraveera yesterday denied the allegations made by Northern Provincial Chief Minister C.V. Vigneshwaran that the government has planned to build a new fisheries harbour in the Kirimalai area in the northern province. Speaking at the Adi Amavasa Hindu religious event at Sivabhumi Madam in Kirimalai, Vigneshwaran accused the government of conducting the harbour to allow the Navy to keep the Madakal fisheries harbour under its control. And the highlight at the bottom says, Doctors perform cesarean on dead mother, save infants' lives. Doctors at the Mahamudra Hospital in Galle saved the life of an infant on Thursday night by performing a cesarean on a pregnant mother who had died in a road accident. The doctors performed the cesarean on a woman at the hospital's OPD. The woman, who had been travelling from Penitiana Akurana to the Mahamudra Hospital by three-wheeler to deliver a baby, had met with the accident at Samudra Mawatha. Let's now move to the paper highlights in Daily Mirror. The main highlight says, Herath takes hat-trick in Sri Lanka-Australia Test match. Spinner Rangana Herath became the only second Sri Lankan to take hat-trick in Test cricket when they dismissed Adam Vogts, Peter Neville and Mitchell Starc in consecutive deliveries on day 2 of the second Test match between Australia and Sri Lanka in Galle. Another highlight says, it was a slip of the tongue. Joint Opposition MP Geetha Kumarasinghe said yesterday, her saying at Thursday's news conference that 20 million people had participated in the Padayatra was a slip of the tongue. The highlight in the middle says, 7 brothers sentenced to death. 7 brothers found guilty in the July 2004 murder of Periyasamy Hariramar, a resident of Concordia Estate in Kandapula, was sentenced to death by Nuwara High Court Judge Lalit Ekanayaka yesterday. The convicts had murdered Periyasamy by assaulting and slashing him with a sharp instrument during an argument. And the highlight at the bottom says, NCPA to take legal action against Joint Opposition's use of child. Women and Child Affairs Minister Chandrani Bandara said yesterday that based on a complaint it had received, the National Child Protection Authority would take action against the Joint Opposition for using an 8-year-old child in the Padayatra. And now let's move to the paper highlights in Ceylon today. The top highlight says, 16-year court case ends, 7 in same family sentenced to death. Another highlight says, no plans for Indo-Lanka bridge, says Kiriyalla. Leader of the House, Minister of Higher Education and Highways, Lakshman Kiriyalla yesterday denied plans to build a bridge linking Sri Lanka and South India. The highlight in the middle says, SLFPCC suspends Nishantha Perera. The Central Committee of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party, which met last Thursday night, decided to suspend Puttalam District UPFA parliamentarian Sanath Nishantha Perera from party membership for allegedly criticising the party and violating party discipline. Another highlight says, COPE sending 20 fraud probes to Parliament. The Committee on Public Enterprises sources said reports related to 20 institutions summoned before COPE during the past 4 months will be submitted to Parliament by the end of this month. And the highlight at the bottom says, CCTV cameras to cover Parliament. The government has decided to install CCTV cameras at vital locations within and without the Parliament complex. Secretary General of Parliament Dhammika Dasanayaka said a report had been submitted to him by police suggesting the need to install CCTV cameras at crucial locations both within and without the Parliament complex. He said police in a report had suggested that since public access to Parliament is allowed when Parliament is in session, it was important to ensure greater security measures in the complex. That's all for today's newspaper highlights, and we'll get back to you with more news tomorrow. Thank you.